Yeah, good evening all. We were discussing about de Broglie's concept and Heisenberg concept in the last class. I gave you all the important formulae. Okay. Before going to this numerical session, I'll just revise once again the de Broglie's and Heisenberg concept in 5 minutes. Then we'll go with all these numericals. Okay, now 10-15 numericals we'll try to solve. Then that may be very useful for you for your competitive examinations. So these kind of questions will be there. Which are the following has the largest de Broglie wavelength, or among the following particles which will have the shortest wavelength. So these kind of expression based questions may be possible, but here 4 questions are there. We'll discuss different levels. Okay. So before that, let me give you the important formulae. See, first one I am saying about de Broglie's. De Broglie's concept is very simple. The formula I am saying lambda is equal to h by mv, or lambda is equal to h by p. What was the concept, beta? All microparticles moving with high velocity will be having dual nature, that is particle nature as well as wave nature. Particle nature and wave nature. Particle nature is E is equal to mc square, and wave nature is okay. Particle nature is E is equal to mc square, and wave nature is E is equal to h nu. From both of these, you can get this. If you want, I will show you here. E is equal to h nu. E is equal to mc square. Now, both are equal to energy. H nu is equal to mc square, or hc by lambda. In place of nu, I am writing mc square. So this, if you are cancelling, lambda is equal to h by mc, or you can say h by mv. Lambda is equal to h by mv, or lambda is equal to h by p is the first principle that you need to remember. If you need comparison, then lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equal to p2 by p1, or m2 v2 by m1 v1. Comparison problems only. For comparison problems only, lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equals to p2 by p1, or m2 v2 by m1 v1. See one more. Lambda is equal to h by root over 2m kinetic energy. Lambda is equal to h by root over 2m VE. When potential and charges as well as kinetic energies are given, you can apply these formulae: kinetic energy, potential, and charge. Lambda relations. Lambda is inversely proportional to, if they are asking the relation, but lambda proportional to 1 by root EK, kinetic energy. Lambda is proportional to 1 by root VE. This kind of relations they can ask you in more than one type of questions. We'll go with now one more possible question based on this is 2 pi r is equal to m lambda. You remember this line? Okay, this is a wavelength. This is another wavelength. Number of wavelength n lambda is equal to the circumference of that orbit, that is 2 pi r. N lambda is equals to 2 pi r. Okay. So in place of this, you can write 2 pi r is equal to n h by mv. Lambda is equal to h by mv. Just now we have written. Or mvr is equals to nh by 2 pi. Just by rearranging this, you will get this expression. 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. 2 pi r is equal to nh by mv, or mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. So they may ask you questions related to this. They will give you the radius, and they will ask you the wavelength beta. This is one very important concept. So when 2 pi r is equal to n lambda, then only in such kind of orbits only electron can revolve. Okay, according to Mr. Bohr. So MVR is equal to nh by 2 pi. Angular momentum of the electron is quantized. We'll go with one more. That is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. What Heisenberg's uncertainty principle says is, it is impossible to determine the exact position and exact momentum of subatomic particles. It is impossible to determine. That means if you are saying the exact position, momentum you cannot say. If you are saying momentum exactly, position you cannot say. If you are saying both, one of them is definitely wrong. Okay, now both may be wrong, but both cannot be correct. And the formula is very simple. Delta x into m delta v or delta p is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. For electron purpose, we discuss delta x into m delta v greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. But when you are solving the numericals, take it as equal. And one other question here they can ask is, if delta x is equals to 0, what is delta p? Delta p will be infinity. That means if there is no uncertainty in the position, there is complete uncertainty in the momentum. Very simple. If you are saying exact position, momentum, you are saying absolutely wrong. But so this thing they can ask you, delta p is equal to 0, delta x is equals to infinity. Remember these lines. Based on this, you will be asked some questions better. So see this. Remember, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is also for very small particles which are moving with very high velocity. Small particles with high velocity, then it is impossible to determine the exact position and exact momentum. For example, for a train or a flight or a bus or a car, you can exactly say the momentum. You can exactly say the place as well as position as well as momentum better. If you know the velocity, you can exactly locate the where that is going to be better, where the car is going to be. That you can say. The navigation, the GPS system navigation is saying the same thing. Okay. So that is not applicable for microparticles. Remember this one, de Broglie's concept and Heisenberg concept. We are saying only for the tiny particles, only for the particles which are moving with high velocity, very small particles like electron only. You consider electron only for yourself. That's enough. So just I will show you all these lines again. De Broglie's concept, lambda is equal to h by mv or h by p. E is equal to h nu, E is equal to mc square. From that we are getting lambda is equal to h by mc. Lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equals to P2 by P1, M2 V2 by M1 V1. Problems you need to solve, I will just help you. Lambda is equal to h by root over 2 MEK, kinetic energy relation. Lambda is equal to h by root over 2 MVE, potential and charge relation. 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. Okay, circumference of the orbit is equals to number of wavelengths. Stationary orbit. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle says it is impossible to determine the exact position and momentum. Delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. If delta x is equal to 0, delta p is infinity. If delta p is equal to 0, delta x is infinity. Okay. Heisenberg's principle and de Broglie's principle is applicable for only small particles which are moving with very high velocity. Both these are against of what you say Bohr's model. Heisenberg's is 100% against. Bohr says that de Broglie's concept. If the Bohr says that I am okay with de Broglie, then that MVR is equal to nh by 2 pi concept is right. But Heisenberg is absolutely, he is not accepting the Bohr's model, because Heisenberg says that if you know the path, you don't know the velocity. If you know the velocity, you don't know the path. But according to Bohr, both are known. Okay, an electron revolves around the nucleus in certain circular paths. Okay, that means exactly the position and all known to you. Fine. So now what we'll do is we'll go with some numerical part. I'll just attach one document here, you see. One second, I'll be back. Look at this. De Broglie's wave theory. E is equal to h nu, E is equal to hc by lambda, E is equal to mc square. This is what we were discussing till now. We'll just go through with this because there should not be anything missing. See this. This is called constructive interference. 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. You can see here. And this is called destructive interference. Destructive interference, such kind of orbitals, electrons won't revolve. You see this shortcuts. Lambda is equal to h by root over 2m ek. Lambda is equal to h by root over 2m ve. And this shortcut also you remember. Lambda is equal to 12.27 by root. Okay. So when this is mentioned better, when angstrom is mentioned, you can remember this value. The de Broglie wavelength for an electron in a given orbit is 3.33 into n. These are shortcuts better. If you don't remember also, nothing will happen. Here you see Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, delta x into delta p greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. Don't try to memorize more number of principles. Few are enough. If delta x is equal to 0, then delta p is equal to infinity. Fine. So before going to quantum mechanical model, we need some numericals better. See this one. Diffraction of the electron beam is an evidence of the fact that it has wave properties. 1 second. These are just basic theories. We'll go with some numericals, little bit advanced questions. Just now I told you 12.27 by root v. 37th question answer is 2. This is the one. The momentum of electron is lambda is equal to h by p, I mentioned. So lambda and p relation is inversely proportional. Inversely proportional to wavelength. According to de Broglie's concept, the circumference of each electron of which must be equal to the integral number of electron wavelengths. 2 pi r is equal to n lambda. I think you remember this one. Okay. So before going to quantum mechanical model, we'll take some other questions. Yeah, look at these questions. Which of the following has the largest de Broglie wavelength provided all have equal velocity? What's the formula beta? Lambda is equal to h by mv. He's saying equal velocity beta. Equal velocity means this term is remember. You forget about v, you forget about h is a constant beta. So lambda is proportional to 1 by m. That means inversely proportional to mass. More the mass, less is the wavelength. More the mass, less is the wavelength. What is asking? Largest wavelength. So mass must be smallest mass beta. Smallest mass means carbon dioxide is 44, ammonia is 17, oxygen is 32, nitrogen is 28. Ammonia 17, that is having lowest. Largest wavelength means mass must be lowest beta. Mass lowest is given for ammonia. Lambda is equal to h by mv. More wavelength, less mass. Less mass, more wavelength. He is asking largest de Broglie wavelength, so mass must be minimum beta. See the question number 34. Among the following particles, which will have the shortest wavelength when accelerated by 1 million electron volts? Among the following particles, which will have the shortest wavelength and accelerated by the 1 million electron volts, when he is saying The EV value is fixed beta. So mass again related. So which is having more mass, that will be having less wavelength beta. What is asking? Shortest wavelength. So mass should be more beta. Neutron, mass, tritium atom, okay, no, tritium, and alpha particle, electron. Alpha particle is the highest mass one. Alpha particle means helium-2 for beta. So mass is more for alpha particle. So answer should be alpha particle beta, because when mass is more, the wavelength will be minimum. Just now we were discussing lambda is proportional to 1 by mass. If the wavelength of the electron is numerically equal to the distance traveled by 1 by it in 1 second, then this is one interesting question. You see, measured number of times you will be getting this question in your college examination. You see, lambda is equal to h by mv beta. Okay, what is saying? If the wavelength of the electron is numerically equal to the distance traveled by it in 1 second. What is the meaning of this distance traveled by it in 1 second beta? Nothing but velocity. So this velocity and lambda both are same, is saying beta. So I'm just writing this expression like this. V I am taking lambda side, lambda V is equal to h by m. What he mentioned is both these are same. Lambda is equals to V beta. So lambda square I can write is equal to h by m. So lambda is equal to root over h by m. Look at this carefully. What he is saying is the wavelength is numerically equal to the distance traveled. This kind of questions you can say creative questions better. Okay, now this is just a creative question. When lambda is equals to V, lambda V, both terms are same beta. So I'm writing there lambda square. Lambda square is equals to h by m, or lambda is equal to root over h by m. Good question it is. Just copy this answer. If it is done, put a tick mark. I'll go to the next one. Lambda is equal to h by mv, lambda v is equal to h by m, lambda square is equal to h by m, lambda is equal to h root over h by m. Option 2. Fine. We'll go with 36th question. When uncertainty in position and momentum are equal, then uncertainty is equal to. This is again similar type of question. Beta. Delta x, uncertainty in position, and momentum are also same is saying. Okay, na. Delta x is equal to delta p. What is the formula beta? Delta x into delta p is equal to h by 4 pi, I told you. But as we discussed here, delta x equal to delta p beta. So simply we can write delta p square is equal to h by 4 pi. Delta p is nothing but m delta v whole square is equal to h by 4 pi. Delta x is equals to delta p is the given condition beta. This is the given condition. So delta x into delta p is equal to h by 4 pi is the formula. When both these are equal, I am writing delta p square, that is equal to h by 4 pi. Delta p means we know that is m delta v. Delta p square means m delta v h by 4 pi. So how can you simplify this one? According to the answer given, you have to answer. You have to bring that answer given better. So here you can say m square delta v square is equal to h by 4 pi. What is asking beta? Velocity is asking beta. So delta v square is equal to h by 4 pi m square. Now is asking only delta v beta, uncertainty in the velocity, not square. So what we can do is delta v is equal to h by 4 pi m square root. If you want to make it very simple, delta v is equal to m square is there, this will come out. 4 root 4 is there, that will also come out. Delta v is equals to 1 by 2m under root of h by 5. Option number 3 you can check. This is one very important question. Both these questions 35 and 36. Just have a look. If any doubts are there, I will explain. Right. Next section will go. If moving with equal speeds, the longest wavelength of the following matter waves is that for an electron. So very simple, but again he is saying relation with the wavelength and mass. More mass, wavelength will be less. Less mass, wavelength will be more. He is asking longest wavelength, means he is asking less mass. Less mass is generally given for electrons. So 23rd question, electrons is the best option. The momentum of radiation of wavelength 0.33 nanometers is dash kilogram meter per second. What is given better in the question? Momentum is given. Okay, the momentum of a wavelength is given. Momentum is asking. So simple, lambda is equal to h by mv. Lambda is equal to h by mv or h by p. Lambda is equal to h by p better. Lambda is equal to h by p or p is equal to h by lambda. What is h value? 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second by 0.33 nanometers better. 0.33 into nanometers. Joule per second is SI unit, so nanometers must be converted to meters better. 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. If you solve now, you will get the answer. 0.33, 6.6 will be 2 cancelling. So down, if you see, this will become 10 to the power of minus 11 beta. Simplifying what I am saying. Otherwise, if you keep your point, one number point, this will become 10 to the power of minus 10. This will be 1, 2 times 2 into, this will be 10 minus 10, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 24 beta. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 24. Any doubts in this assignment?
No, sir.
Yes. We'll go with few more. Sorry. I am giving you for each question 1 minute time. You need to answer within that 1 minute. We have 14 minutes left for our meeting. EAP represent the kinetic energies of electron, alpha particle, and a proton respectively, each moving with the same de Broglie wavelength. Then all they are moving with the same de Broglie wavelength better. So wavelengths are same. When their wavelengths are same, what you can make better? Very simple logic. Lambda is equals to, see this one. Which principle I mentioned better? Lambda is equal to h by root over 2m ek, kinetic energies relation. Okay, so they are having same wavelength you mentioned better. Wavelengths are going to be same. It's already Planck's constant. So this is depending only on the root value better. Root over 2m ek. Okay, now all will be having same root over 2m ek better. So there will be not much difference. Okay, you cannot directly cancel, but there is no much difference better. Okay, root over 2m ek. Okay, now so this m ek 2 is again constant, but I am removing this. But this will be constant. When this is constant, m by ek you can save it. Okay, so final word is m1 by ek1 is to m2 by ek2 or m3 by ek3. This is one way of writing the formula. Otherwise, m1 is to m2 is to m3 is equal to EK1 is to EK2 is to EK3. Just to substitute the values, you will be getting electron, alpha particle, and proton. Alpha particle mass will be more better. Electron mass will be very, very less. There you can easily understand. Calculate the wavelength in nanometers. All these questions are already with you, beta. I'll be just sending you this assignment if you want. I'm just giving you the formula. You just look at the formula. If you are not able to understand, you just ask. Mass is given, H is given. He is asking wavelength, beta. Lambda is equal to H by mv. 34th question. Hint is lambda is equal to H by mv, beta. You need to apply H by mv. This was the question asked in AIEEE 2009. Good symbol. The de Broglie wavelength for a proton with a velocity of 15% of the speed of light is same thing. De Broglie wavelength for a proton. Proton means you know the mass better. There ends the matter. Lambda is asking. H is known to you. Mass of proton is known to you. 1.68 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Okay. And what is the remaining? Velocity 15% of speed of light. Speed of light is 3 × 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. In that 15% is 35. You can do same formula. Lambda is equal to H by mv type. The velocities of two particles A and B are 0.05 and 0.02 meters per second respectively. The mass of B is 5 times the mass of A. The ratio of their de Broglie wavelengths are. I told you, this kind of questions will come. Lambda is equal to H by mv. So lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equal to m2 v2 by m1 v1. Lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equals to m2 v2 by m1 v1. Just answer this question. So these kind of questions they can ask you better. Very simple, basic level questions. Remaining questions are dead easy. Otherwise, theory based questions you can answer them. Yeah, here some questions are there. All are numericals, you can see. All are numericals. Okay, you can answer all this. (33) again, the mass of photon with wavelength of 3.6 angstroms is, you can find out. With the velocity of electron in Bode's first orbit is, the de Broglie wavelength is, again you can. Direct questions. So do one thing. Today you try to answer all these questions. Tomorrow we'll meet up with again quantum numbers, quantum mechanical model of atom. I will explain you tomorrow. Okay.